All right, picture this. The final season of Game of Thrones is heading toward its endgame. Tensions are high, betrayals are everywhere, and no one knows who to trust anymore. But now imagine one tiny twist that changes everything. Arya Stark, the girl who's trained for years to become a faceless assassin, the girl who's survived so much pain, is watching closely as Jon Snow gets closer and closer to Daenerys. She's suspicious, very suspicious. Remember, Arya's loyalty is to her family first. And after watching Daenerys burn King's Landing to ash, Arya is done with rulers who can't be trusted. Now, let's say Varys's letters, the ones warning about Jon's true parentage, start spreading faster. Whispers everywhere. Jon Snow is the true heir, and he might betray the North to take the Iron Throne. Arya hears the whispers. She sees Jon talking secretly with Tyrion. She watches as Jon refuses to kill Daenerys at first. In Arya's mind, that's betrayal. She starts thinking, Jon is going to take the throne. He's not one of us anymore. He's just another player. Sansa tries to calm her down, but Arya's not listening. She's already lost her father, her mother, her brother, Robb. And now she's watching her last family, the Starks, on the edge of destruction again. And Arya. She decides to act before it's too late. One cold night, as Jon walks through the ruins of King's Landing after Daenerys' death, let's say Arya waited until after he killed Dany. She steps out from the shadows. Her face is calm, but her heart is broken. Jon, she says quietly, you betrayed us. Jon turns, confused. Arya? What are you talking about? But Arya's already made her choice. Needle flashes, Jon gasps, blood soaking his cloak, and just like that, the king in the north is gone. Arya stands there, shaking, realizing what she's done. But in her heart, she thinks, I had no choice. But oh, she had no idea what she just unleashed. Arya stands over Jon's body, breathing hard. The air is thick with smoke and silence. She wipes the blood off Needle, but her hands won't stop shaking. She thinks she's done the right thing, protected her family, saved the North from what looked like betrayal. But Arya forgot one thing. Jon Snow was loved. By the North, by the wildlings, even by the Unsullied. Killing Jon wasn't just a personal move, it was political murder. Within hours, Grey Worm's soldiers find Jon's body. His eyes still open, lifeless, a look of shock frozen on his face. The Unsullied are enraged. Grey Worm, already angry about Daenerys' death, now has no one left to protect, and no peace. He blames Sansa and Arya immediately. The North killed our queen, and now our king. Tension explodes. The Unsullied surround the Stark camp. The wildlings, led by Tormund, stand in defense. Westeros is on the brink of civil war. Again, Arya goes straight to Sansa. I did it, she confesses, her face pale. Jon was going to betray us. I had to stop him. Sansa is horrified. Arya, you don't understand. Jon wasn't betraying us. He was keeping the peace. He killed Daenerys to save us all. Arya's knees buckle. The truth crashes down on her. For the first time, the girl who trusted her instincts realizes. She was wrong. Deadly wrong. But there's no time to grieve. Tyrion steps forward, holding the Unsullied back for now. He warns Sansa and Arya. This won't be contained. The Unsullied want revenge. The lords of Westeros want answers, and if we don't find a way out fast, this whole realm is going to burn. Meanwhile, news spreads like wildfire. The Knights of the Vale, the Riverlands, the Ironborn. Everyone hears. The same thing. Jon Snow, savior of Westeros, murdered by his own sister. Suddenly, the Starks, once heroes, are now hunted. Arya stares at her blood-stained hands, whispering, I thought I was protecting us. I didn't know I was ending us. Sansa, always thinking 3 steps ahead, realizes the only way out. They need a scapegoat or the North will fall. And Arya is ready to pay the price. I'll confess, she says, her voice steady. I'll stand trial, whatever it takes. But deep down, she knows. This is far from over. The stage is set. Arya Stark, the hero of Winterfell, now stands accused of murdering the North's greatest leader. A trial is called in the Dragon Pit, the same place where major decisions were made before. This time, the stakes are even higher. Every lord and lady of Westeros shows up. They want justice or blood. Grey Worm sits stone-faced, demanding Arya's execution. The Unsullied want it swift. They see no room for mercy. But Sansa, she fights back. She did what she thought was right, Sansa says, her voice shaking but firm. Arya saved us all from Cersei. She killed the Night King. You all praised her then. Now, because of one mistake, you want her dead? Tyrion steps in too. This wasn't treason. It was tragedy. We've all made terrible choices in times of war. Arya's crime was one of misjudgment, not malice. The council murmurs, divided. Gendry Baratheon, Arya's old friend and almost lover, steps forward, his eyes full of pain. I knew Arya. She's no traitor. But even if she's guilty, is killing her going to bring Jon back? It's a heavy moment. Everyone is silent. Then comes the wild card. Bran the Broken. From his throne, Bran looks at Arya with his cold, knowing eyes. Arya's fate is tied to Westeros. Her journey is not yet over. The lords are stunned. Bran, the king, refuses to sentence her to death. Instead, he offers a punishment: exile. Arya Stark will be banished from Westeros, never to return, Bran announces. Her name will be struck from the history books. Her face forgotten. Arya stares at him, jaw tight. Exile. For her, that's worse than death. But she nods. She accepts her punishment. Sansa breaks down in tears. Arya, I'm sorry. Arya whispers, take care of the North. Don't let my mistake destroy everything we've built. And just like that, Arya, the girl who once wanted to explore west of Westeros, is forced to leave everything behind, but not on her own terms. She boards a small ship, alone, her sword needle at her side, heading toward the unknown. But her heart? Broken. Meanwhile, in Westeros, the North and the Unsullied teeter on the edge of war. Arya's exile may have cooled things down for now, but deep wounds are left open, and revenge still lingers in the air. And here's the kicker. As Arya's ship sails out of view, we catch one last shot of her face, haunted, determined, and whispering to herself, this isn't the end. Oh no, it's just the beginning. Arya's ship cuts through the waves, leaving Westeros behind. The cold wind bites at her face, but she barely feels it. Inside, she's numb. She's crossed seas before, but this time it's different. This time, she's not on a mission. She's a fugitive, an exile, a ghost of her own making. Weeks pass as Arya sails west, searching for lands no one's ever seen. But the farther she goes, the more a dark truth eats at her. There's no outrunning guilt. The crew starts to notice Arya's distant stare, the way she trains endlessly on deck, her eyes burning with something fierce and broken. They begin to fear her. Whispers spread. That's Arya Stark, the girl who killed her own brother. Eventually, a storm smashes their ship onto an unknown shore, wild, rocky, and hostile. They lose everything. Most of the crew flees. Arya is left alone, and that's where things take a turn. A shadowy group of warriors finds her, a rogue band of exiled fighters, pirates, and assassins. They call themselves the Forgotten. No kings, no queens, no laws. Just survival. Their leader, a fierce woman named Sarah Blackwater, sees something in Arya. Not just her skill with a blade, but her rage, her hunger. "You're one of us now," Sarah tells her. "Westeros cast you out, but here, we make our own rules." At first, Arya resists. She's not a leader, not anymore, but over time she rises fast through their ranks. Her name becomes legend in the shadows. They start calling her the Outlaw Queen, a faceless assassin turned rebel leader, feared across every hidden corner of the world. But deep inside, Arya can't let go of Westeros. Every night she dreams of Winterfell, of Jon, of Sansa's face when she left. The guilt twists in her chest, tightening like a noose. One night, as she sits by a fire, Sarah leans in and says, "You never really left, did you?" Arya looks up, her eyes cold. "No, and I never will." She opens a crumpled letter she's kept hidden, one she stole before her exile. It's a message from Tyrion, half burned, but the words are clear. Jon's true lineage must be protected at all costs. The Targaryen bloodline lives on. Arya's breath catches. What if Jon had a child? The thought hits her like lightning. A new purpose sparks inside her, a mission she can't ignore. Arya turns to her crew. "We're going back." They stare, wide-eyed. "Back where?" She smirks, deadly and determined. "Back to Westeros." Years have passed. Westeros has changed. But the wounds of the past? Still fresh. The North is stronger than ever under Sansa's rule, but tension simmers beneath the surface. The Unsullied have left, the Iron Throne is gone, and peace feels shaky. Everyone still whispers about that dark moment. Arya Stark, the girl who killed Jon Snow. No one expected to see her again, but one cold night, under a moonless sky, a ship with black sails slips into White Harbor. A hooded figure steps off quietly, her eyes sharp, her steps silent. Arya Stark is back. She moves like a shadow, slipping through the north, avoiding guards and old allies. Her mission? Find out the truth behind Tyrion's letter, the hint that Jon might have had a child. First stop? The Citadel. Disguised as a servant, Arya sneaks into the archives, digging through old scrolls and secret letters. She finds whispers of a Targaryen child hidden after Daenerys' fall. But the name is always blacked out. The trail is cold, almost. Then she catches a break, a note from Samwell Tarly to Bran, years ago, mentioning a hidden heir sent away for safety. Arya's pulse races, but word spreads fast. Sansa gets a chilling report. A woman matching Arya's description has been spotted. Sansa's heart twists. Her sister, alive? After all these years? She orders her guards to find Arya, but bring her back alive. Meanwhile, Arya tracks, her next lead to King's Landing, now rebuilt and ruled by a fragile council. Tyrion is still around, older, wiser, and haunted. One night, in his chambers, Tyrion turns and freezes. "Arya?" She steps out of the shadows, needle pointed at his throat. "Talk." Tyrion sighs, exhausted. "I knew you'd come back. You always do." Arya demands answers about Jon's child. Tyrion, his hands shaking, confesses. Yes, Jon had a child. Before everything collapsed, the baby was smuggled out, protected in secret. I don't know where. Arya's eyes burn with new fire. I'm going to find them. For Jon. But before she can leave, the door bursts open. Sansa's guards. Arya's caught. In chains once again, Arya is dragged back to Winterfell. Sansa stands there staring, tears in her eyes. "I thought you were dead," Sansa whispers. Arya's face is stone. "You should have let me stay dead." The tension is unbearable. Sisters, torn apart by betrayal and loss, now face each other, once more, with a storm on the horizon. But Arya leans in close and says something that makes Sansa's blood run cold. Jon has a child, and I'm going to find them, no matter what it takes. Arya is locked in Winterfell's cold, dark cells, but her mind, racing. Sansa visits her every day trying to break through Arya's hard shell. You can't keep chasing ghosts, Sansa pleads. Jon's gone. His story is over. But Arya shakes her head, eyes blazing. No, Sansa. If there's even a chance that his child is out there, that means his legacy lives. We owe him that. Sansa is torn. She's queen now. Her first duty is to protect the North, but Arya's words keep gnawing at her. Finally, Sansa makes a bold decision. Late at night, she unlocks Arya's cell and whispers, "One last chance. I'm coming with you." The Stark sisters ride out together, following Arya's final lead, a hidden monastery in the far reaches of Dorne, where whispers say a mysterious child, pale, dark-haired, and different, was raised in secret. After weeks of traveling, they reach the monastery. Tension is sky-high. The old priestess at the gate eyes them carefully. "We seek a child," Arya says, "born in secret, of Targaryen blood." The priestess hesitates, then nods slowly. "Come." They are led deep into the monasteries, gardens where children are playing. And there, under the orange trees, stands a boy, maybe 10 years old. Pale skin, black curls, and the unmistakable gray eyes of the Stark bloodline. Arya's breath catches. Sansa's knees weaken. The priestess explains, "His name is Aemon. He was brought to us as a baby. His mother never returned. We raised him here, safe and hidden." Arya kneels down, looking into the boy's eyes. "Do you know who you are?" The boy shakes his head shyly. "No, just that my parents loved me. That's all I need to know." Arya and Sansa exchange a look. Relief, grief, hope, all mixed together. But then a hard truth hits. What now? Do they take him back to Westeros? Risk another war over the throne? Or leave him hidden, safe from the endless cycle of power? Arya stands, heart heavy. "We keep him safe. No crowns, no wars. Jon died to break the wheel. We won't start it again." Sansa nods, tears glistening. "For Jon." Before they leave, Arya hands the boy a small carved direwolf. "If you ever need us, follow the wolf." As they walk away, Arya finally lets out a shaky breath. "It's done." Sansa glances at her sister, smiling sadly. "No, it's just beginning." The camera pans out. 2 Stark sisters riding into the sunset, their family's legacy alive, but hidden, waiting for the next chapter.